You could go over to marvelstrikeforce.com and you can vote for one of the 4 characters that you'd like to see bonded with a symbiote. So there's going to be a new team, and depending on how the community votes, one of the members of the team will be either a symbiote group, a symbiote Kestrel, a symbiote Silver Surfer, or a symbiote Thanos. Now, initially, I thought this would be cool to have like a symbiote Kestrel, just so we could get another character with a tech tag. If you're looking into playing Dark Dimension 6, other than Kang, there's not a lot of good tech choices, so I thought that would be good, but no. The character is going to be bio, and it will not have a dual trait. And this is something that was announced in last week's blog post. Something Symbiote is on the way. Starting on August 8th, players will have an opportunity to visit marvelstrikeforce.com and vote for one of the 4 new characters, non-minions. And then we've got the 4 characters in the artwork there. Like to see join the strike bonded with a symbiote, ready to join an upcoming new team. So I wonder if that means we're going to get like more symbiotes or null or what. I'm not really sure. Also, we're going to get some pretty significant changes to war and the way that the rooms work. So we're just going to go over this real quickly. I'm not going to have a dedicated video specific to that. I believe Dorky Dad will have a full dedicated video to war. Head over to his channel if you want more information on the war changes. Added to all rooms, 20% stats to attacking war-ready allies, and then an extra 20% for secret defender allies. So I think they're going to be going on some sort of theme with this. And then when there's another team that comes out, like another legendary, it's going to rotate. I'm not really sure how that's going to play out. I like also that a lot of the rooms changed quite a bit. And so the setup and the placement of the rooms, you know, the war captains will have to make adjustments. Cargo bay, global buff, 10% to primary stats to all defending war-ready allies, and then an extra 20% bonus to war-ready mutant allies. So we're probably going to have a lot more mutants on defense. Maybe we'll get more use out of Madeline. You know, maybe Deathseed will go on defense. Maybe Unlimited X-Men will go on defense. We will have to see. Hanger adjacent, 15% barrier to all defending war-ready allies, an extra 15% bonus to war-ready mutant allies. Medbay global, apply 2 regeneration to defending war-ready allies, and then mutant allies also receive safeguard. So there is going to be a mutants on defense for sure. Barracks adjacent, apply offense up to all defending war-ready allies, and war-ready mutant allies get an additional offense up. The armory will be an adjacent, 20% stats to all defending war-ready allies, an extra 20% bonus to war-ready mutant allies. So this is going to change definitely the way that the rooms can be configured, and we'll have to see how that plays. There are a ton of QA problems, and they did release a post about it yesterday, and they're going to leave this week broken for Crucible. And I'm going to continue to put up my Crucible videos, and I'm also going to share my modified Crucible defense based on these rooms are going to be broken for the first 3 rounds, the first week. Now, I hope that they just wipe this week and cancel it out and reset it and start over next week and pay out everybody first place rewards. Room 1, 200% damage all the time. Yeah, there's a clip of my Kang one-shotting 3 characters with his opening special, and then when on his second turn, he basic for 3 million damage. Room 4, the assists are not happening. So room 4 is basically a dead room. Room 5, the tag works for all mutants. So that means that you can put Magic in there, and then she gives charges, and she can give a bunch of charges to Apocalypse or a bunch of charges to Emma. My goodness. So it's supposed to be hero mutants, but it's all mutants. And then room 2, the special is 2 more. So the way the room was supposed to work was supposed to be the ultimate and the special were supposed to cost 2 less, but instead they made this special 2 more, effectively making it almost a mirror of what we were having last season in room 5. Working week scopely to fix these bugs and assortment of others you have reported. Appreciate your patience. And also, the raid launcher is broken. If I was you, disable it, and Scopely is able to correct the situation. Yeah, people are not getting raid tickets. It's a big mess. Put Infinity Watch in room 1. What I'm hoping for is that Gamora goes early and just nukes somebody. Room 2, it feels like a lot of people were struggling with Death Seed against Rebirth, and so I'm choosing to put Rebirth on defense. A lot of people put Bifrost, but there are ways of getting through Bifrost with Death Seed, which I don't believe happens with Rebirth. So I'm suggesting putting, I think more people have Rebirth upgraded anyways. Room 3, which is not busted, you could put Infinity Watch in room 3. I believe the 2 teams that work well in room 3 are going to be Infinity Watch and Nowhere. I just wanted to try an Infinity Watch in room 1. I've heard other people had problem with that. Gamma is just annoying, so I did have Gamma in room 6 with Apocalypse because room 6 is not working correctly, and room 4 is not doing anything at all, so I just put Gamma there. And then here I went in and I'm trying to take advantage of Apocalypse and Phoenix and Magic. Well, first of all, if I can get any of these to drop below 50%, then Rogue will taunt Jason to Apocalypse. Magic gives out charges. If she gives a bunch of charges, then Apocalypse will be stunning every time that he counterattacks, which could be interesting. I don't know how this is going to play out. Plus, there's, of course, synergy with Magic and Phoenix. If you don't kill off Magic after you've killed off the Dark Phoenix, you know, there could be a second revive. And then, of course, Gambit, there's the pings. And then room 6 is like the old room 5. So I'm going to do Darkhold with Quicksilver. We're going to see how that plays out. Also, there's an event running right now, the Lamentus event. If you want to help out your alliance, you can purchase war credits for 2,000 of war credit. That way you'll get more points. And so this store refreshes every 8 hours. Useful info about Quicksilver. And this is kind of interesting. I completely forgot about this. Quicksilver gets speed bar when he is slowed. He also clears the slow. 20% speed bar. It's in his passive. So when Darky used his 2099 ult, then Quicksilver took his turns. You know why. If you're going to have Quicksilver on defense and you're going to use Tangled, well, Quicksilver is going to up and go, right? So that's kind of a thing to consider if you're planning on using 2099. And then also, all leaderboard rankings need to be reevaluated. And we're going to talk about this because I saw several posts talking about that. Keeping leading boards at top 100, then it goes 1%, 2%, 3%, 5% needs to be reevaluated, change. Most of the time, 1% doesn't become a factor because of the player base being smaller than it was during COVID times. Found this out especially during the Scourges, that once you hit the percentage, it jumps straight to the top 10%. The rewards dropped off. For raid season, Alliance hit 165, and that was just enough for the top 2%. Again, we were punished because there are no G18 orbs, which I think is the main problem. And there's another post addressing this problem, and I 1000% agree that the raid season rewards are just too steep. Once you get past the top 1%, currently looks like the cutoff is somewhere in the 145, 150 rank, which means 40 to 50 alliances will count as the top 1%. Suggested get rid of the percentages or something. They got to do something different because they build these percentages in the top 100 and the top 10. And then when the number of alliances, the player base shrinks, it doesn't really make sense. Raid season rewards need to help. Dear Scopely's 2 minutes to the top 2% of raid season rewards. Get some teal epic orbs. Yeah, this is just way too steep right here. This not being available to anybody other than the top 1% alliances just feels super bad. The Facebook logon still doesn't work, nor does chat. When will this be fixed? And there is going to be some sort of hot fix soon. So they're working on it. Scopely is aware of multiple broken issues from the patch, these being one of them. So hopefully that gets fixed sooner than later. And there's also an issue with Android devices that'll cause the game app to crash in certain game modes. Working quickly to identify the cause of the problem. The investigation will temporarily affect game audio, disrupting the ambient sound. And then lastly, just a couple offers to go over. This $5 offer, if you're looking for Elite 5s and Elite 4s, I'm not really in the market for these anymore, but that certainly is a better deal than this $5 art right here, which is 2 Elite 4s, where right here you can get 3 Elite 4s and 2 Elite 5s. And that'll do it for today. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.
I just wanna dance.